Hello everyone, this is Nina Yang from Waffle Flower Crafts. I'm here today to share a tiny Terrarium hello card with some Copics and dye ink blending. Thanks Simon Says for having me. The little jar image is from our Sweets stamp set. It is a candy jar, but I'm filling it up with some pretty foliage from Pretty Foliage stamp set. First, I'm going to create the base layer for the tiny terrarium. I'm stamping the jar image again on some post-it note to create my masks. I stamp closely to the left where the adhesive is so that all my pieces will have some adhesive on them. Following the curve of the cap, I draw a line for the dirt. It probably has a fancier name, but I don't know it. I cut out the pieces in the middle of the stamped lines so that I won't have any gap when I blend in some ink, because there is a thickness to the paper and I won't be able to get all the way to the edges. I'm using a piece of tape to hold the two ends on the outer mask together for easy handling. And this is when I realized I do not need the highlights on the jar image. No big deal, just ink up the stamp again, remove the ink with some baby wipe, and stamp again. There you go. As you can see, I'm using a small block and only inking up the part of the stamps I need. This is because I usually get a better impression with a smaller block. Now it's ink blending time. It's been summer in Phoenix, like forever, but I'm still in the mood for pastel colors. This is where you can see a gap I was talking about earlier, but in this case, we can easily move the mask back a little to close the gap. A little bit unwound for the cap, some pretty purples for the leaves. There is no color blending here, but I'm leaving little corners out so that the background colors will show through, making it look like it's blended. I'm dabbing with the tip of E23 to give the dirt some texture. This is a great way to get more depth with less markers. Leave some white spot in the images along the edges, and your eyes will trick you to think it's a highlight. You can also add the highlight later with a walt gel pen, but I've found this work better for me. Thanks to video editing, I cut out the images with the matching dies in a second. After arranging the elements to my liking, I use a piece of tape to hold them down in place and add foam tape on the back, adhere them all together. Easy peasy. I cut out this lacy panel from our lacy squares die and will blend in some purple ink in a circular motion. I keep checking back to see how much color I need. Remember to use a light hand and build up the color gradually. This purple panel is cut with the biggest die from our Lacy Layers 2 die. I start tying a bow, adhere the jar with some foam tape on top, and finish the bow for some texture. I'm stamping the sentiment from Pretty Foliage and will use two color blending to give it an ombre look. Start from the bottom of each letter and color upwards in a flick motion. Flick, flick. I love that there are matching dies for the two words in the die set. This will give them a nice white border to help them pop from a colored background. Last but not least, a glitter pen to add more shine to the project. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.